a zone or a nirvana. You know, you just totally you're just all into it. You know, you're just getting the whole. It's like you're not playing the instrument. It's like you're the instrument and the universe is playing you. It's some kung fu stuff. I don't know. It's just you're just in there and you don't feel it. You're just flowing. Nothing can stop you.
DJ Kubert nailed it in the documentary Scratch. The flow state, specifically and eloquently described to me for the very first time. Hi, I'm Richard Hartnell. I'm a contact juggler living at the Vulcan in Oakland, California, and this is my entry for the Flowtoys Meaning of Flow contest. Contact juggling is one of many flow arts, which are defined on Wikipedia as playful movement arts involving skill toys used to evoke exploration of dynamic, flowing, and sequential movements. In the circus arts, we call this object manipulation. These art forms affect the mind and body in positive, powerful ways. I hope this video will help better define and provide access to flow states for all of its viewers. What flow artists refer to as flow is a mind state craved by just about all human beings. Whether consciously or unconsciously, we seek out the kind of egoless trance brought on by states of deep concentration. Flow states, peak experiences, nirvana, satori, the zone, all these terms refer to a particular type of experience in which the doer feels completely absorbed by the task at hand. In the flow arts, this usually comes out in the form of a thoughtless sense of incredible ease. Time slows down, space expands, and before you realize it, you're in this moment of perfect lucidity, like you can see through everything. You can see all the invisible lines in space connecting everything. In these states, ego and self-awareness tend to dissolve, and that experience usually holds together right up to the point at which you realize that you're having the experience. This feeling is somewhat mystical, and that's why there's such a comparison of the performing arts to meditation. The best performers can willingly induce that kind of pseudo-magical trance to the point where there is no performer. There's only the performance. Psychologist Abraham Maslow thought that all human beings have the same fundamental needs. In life, our initial and most pressing needs are biological, hunger, thirst, and all that. And once we figure out how to satisfy our physiological needs, more complex needs emerge, like needs for belonging and affection and esteem. Maslow organized these needs in a hierarchy, which is to say that you can't proceed to higher needs until the more base needs are fulfilled. Once you're at the top, Maslow suggested you reach this developmental stage called self-actualization, possessing the powers of self-awareness, self-examination, and the potential to have what he called peak experiences. In other words, you have to clear your mind of distractions if you're going to have peak experiences. If you're busy thinking about whether you're better or worse than another performer or how your costume makes your butt look, you're not going to break through that wall. Maslow seemed to think that peak experiences are what life is all about, and better yet, that each one you have enables you to have more. One Hungarian psychologist, this guy named Csikszentmihalyi, thought that Maslow was really onto something, and he set about studying what he called the state of flow. He discovered that people with well-defined goals and strong sources of feedback were almost accidentally reaching this state during activities that presented strong challenges that required a high level of skill. The challenge and feedback provided by an audience makes the perfect test for an artist's skill and intention. Confident flow artists know all about this, and when the magic happens, both the audience and the performer walk away feeling refreshed and inspired. That's why they say that a performance is worth 10 practices. You're far more likely to hit the zone in the fire circle than in the studio. For me, the flow arts began as a hobby, and over time they turned into something more like a spiritual practice. Bear with me for a minute, and let's go back to Maslow for a second. I feel that we become more conscious as we ascend Maslow's pyramid. I mean, we start off in life as crying, hungry babies, but then our higher needs call for sophisticated business deals and intricate courtship rituals. Eventually, you kind of grow up the pyramid. So the goal was, get self-actualized, have peak experiences as a bonus, but you don't need them to live. But I think Maslow had that wrong. In the end, people crave the flow state as much as they crave any other nutrient they need. Boredom can be as cruel as hunger. In my experience with Flowtoys, they become more interesting the more you play with them. Practice of the flow arts snaps us away from distractions and fulfills a deep human need. Maslow had it right, but flow states aren't the last step on a pyramid that closes as you grow. They're just another step on a pyramid that opens as you grow. The flow arts teach us to better understand the nature of our bodies and our intelligence. So it starts as a hobby and turn into a path to higher tiers of consciousness. And that's my perspective on flow, as concise as I can keep it. Thanks to Flowtoys for lighting the fire under me to get this project going, and to all of you out there having flow experiences for yourselves. Have fun.
Right now I want to thank God for being me. My soul won't rest until the colony is free. 1896 revolution incomplete. Silence is defeat, my solution is to speak. Resurrect the legacy of martyrs I beseech. Time to choose a side, it's the mighty versus the meek. My big brother free brought the word from the east. We're the bullet in the middle of the belly of the beast. Hey.